flexion with the rotation. This one we're going to get into the same position that we finished with. So we're going to get into triple flexion here. You can actually come up on your toes if you want. What I'm going to have you do is put your hand over the back of your head. We're going to rotate underneath. And then I want you to try to look up as far as you can. Try to follow your elbow. Go for about 5 or 6 of these on each one. Try to get a little bit further. Do 5 on one side, and then 5 on the other. By being in that position, it helps lock up your low back, and so we're really trying to rotate through your middle back, which is where we should be rotating. Stability ball, hip internal rotation. Grab yourself a stability ball. Widen your feet, a little bit wider than hip width apart, and all you're going to do is just roll forward. Try to crank those knees together and work on rotation in those hips. Most people don't have an issue with external rotation, but they start losing internal. We'll do about 10 to 15 of these. Big thing is keeping those heels down, and I'm letting gravity do the work. I'm really not doing anything but just falling into this movement. W's on the ground. You can do this against a wall, but a ground's easier. You just start laying down with arms out at a diagonal, and you want to try to basically paint the ground with your hands and your forearms. And so you're just coming down, trying to bring your elbows into your rib cage, and then back out. And you want to try to keep from going where your arms are coming up in this direction. You want to keep them flat. Only go down as far as you can keep it all flat. If you can get all the way down, great. If you can't, work with what you got. So those are the ground W's. Scap push-ups. You can get into a push-up position on the ground, on the table. Doesn't really matter. You're going to keep those arms locked out, and instead of doing a regular push-up, you're just kind of going to let your shoulder blades sink in. You're going to try to pull them together, and then you want to pull them apart as far as you can. We'll go 10 to 15 of these. We're looking for a good ball and socket, just a good rhythm in that shoulder. That's a great way to keep everything loose and mobile in there. 3D squats. You can go body weight if you want, or we can go with the ball. I like going with the ball. It just helps counterbalance. 3D, we have front, side to side, and rotational. I'll have you do, just like in week 1, we got a split squat. Just 3 to 5 on each leg. 1, 2, 3. All I'm doing is dropping those hips so my knee's not coming forward. I'm not driving this way. I'm just coming straight down. Everything's squared up. 1, 2, 3. Lateral. Go ahead and take a wide stance. Toes straight ahead. And all I'm going to do is sink down into either my left or right hip. So 1, 2, 3. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3. So we've got front, side to side. Last one is rotational or transverse. I'm going to go ahead and take a 90-degree stance on this one. Same thing. Now I'm adding a little bit of a rotational component. Again, whatever leg is facing out to the side, that's the leg I'm going to rotate and sit down into. 1, 2, 3. Switch sides.